So, the next video that I am going to cover is the geology of Iran. Why this region controls global oil. What is the geology behind it and why is that happening? So, in order to understand that, we need to understand the tectonic settings first because it's a core foundation. Iran sits at the one of the most important tectonic boundaries on the earth where the Arabian plate it collides with the Eurasian plate and the collision is still going on that created the Bitlis Zagros Fold and Thrust Belt and it's one of the most oil rich geological regions in the world. So the collision happened, then the compression happened and the folding and then the oil traps were made. So talking about the Zagros mountains are not just the mountains, they are the massive folded sedimentary rocks. So they form these anticlines which act as a natural trap for the oil and gas. So this region alone contains a significant portion of global hydrocarbon reserves. So these mountains are basically giant oil storage structures. As we can see how anticlines are made, the oil well is there, natural gas, rock oil, impermeable shale clay, porous reservoir rock and source rock. In this kind of settings, the oils are found. And we are getting that in that. Now, perfect petroleum system. So Iran has a perfect petroleum system and that is rare because the source rock is organic rich. The source rock is organic rich marine shales and it is of the age Jurassic and Cretaceous where dinosaurs died and the reservoir rock is the porous limestone and carbonates and the seal rocks is the thick evaporite and salt layers. So this is the ideal setting that we get and then basis on this model we have prepared how and what condition we get the oils and what kind of source rock we should have, reservoir rock we should have and seal rocks. So the salt domes in the Zagros, they act as a seal and they don't, they trap the oil efficiently beneath them and they don't let it loose. So the salt, so all these three conditions, source, reservoir, seal, they exist perfectly here. Now the Persian Gulf basin advantage. Just a minute. We'll come to this, yeah. So the Persian Gulf is Persian Gulf is where? Persian Gulf is here, right? So the Persian Gulf is a shallow marine basin and it is ideal for preserving the organic materials in it. Over millions of years, this organic matter, they just get transformed into the oil and gas naturally. And because the basin is remained relatively stable, like there is no further activities in that, so these hydrocarbons got preserved instead of getting destroyed. So the geological stability helps store energy for millions of years. So Persian Gulf did that because it is stable. So why Iran is so resource rich? So Iran's oil wealth is not just, random. It's a result of rare geological condition. So that's why they are having all that, advantages over other petroleum producing countries. So their plates, collision, they just created a fold and thick sedimentary basins were made and idle source rock is there. Now strong trapping mechanisms by the seal rock that is evaporites. So that's why Iran holds some of the largest oil and gas reserves in the world. So no geology, no oil, no geopolitics. So all this material that has been, all these things that are happening around the world, the root cause is the geology and geography. So with this, I'll come to the next video where I'll be explaining what is going on.